Good day. Good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Melissa. I am Melissa, and this is Morning Sip. SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. So I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you for joining me today live. I am so grateful for Morning Sip. So, my passion is to support people in transforming their lives. I am here to support you. My mission is to give inspiration through spiritual life coaching, preaching, and teaching that ignites the divine spark within you to live life in joy, connected to your yes. So, if you need support, here I am. You can reach out to me by sending me a direct message on Instagram and on Facebook, and we can set up some time to talk. So, good day, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Good day, Ron. It's good to see you. Good day. Hey, another Melissa in the house. Hey, Melissa Wood. Good to have you. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. So, good day, Pamela. It's good to see you. And good day, Shay Love from Colorado. I hope you're doing well. Good day, Mommy. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone is doing well wherever you're tuning in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we are streaming live on New Thought Media Network. So today we're going to wrap up our Grieve series. And as you may know, this series was inspired by the recent passing of my Aunt Marion. And I've been sitting with the feeling of grieving, Linda. Is very present for me, and it's very uh, present. It's very present, of course. And so I've been getting curious about grieving and mourning. And so yesterday I spent a little bit of time sharing with you that there is a difference between grieving and mourning. And just to review real quickly, check out the replay from yesterday's show if you want more information. But grief is an internal process. Grieving is an internal process. It's all about the feelings and your thoughts. And mourning is an external expression of that grief through your behaviors and your actions. So grieving is internal, mourning is external. So internal feelings, external expression of those feelings. And that has really helped me a lot because I've been paying attention to my expressing of my grief. And what I've noticed about myself is I don't express it much. I don't express it much. So I don't know how much of the mourning part of the grieving process I'm in. And it could be because there's just so much to do. And so my expression right now is really being occupied by all of the things that need to get done. Because when someone passes away, when someone makes their transition, you are literally closing out their life on this physical plane. And there are so many components of doing that. Now, I'm doing my best to share that, with family and, every giving folks things to do. Um, but the things that I need to take care of personally, that's a very long list. So that's kind of how I am in the expression of the grieving right now. So I feel like it's a little bit at bay, like I have my moments where I'll just start crying or I'll have this this memory of something and it will make me laugh, something that my aunt would say. So I'm like, okay, that's my constant mantra right now to myself is it's okay. It's okay. Like wherever you are right now, it's okay. And so it's okay. It's okay. So in my curiosity, I came upon the Kettering or Kettering Health Behavioral Medical Center. And they had an article about grief. And what caught my attention with the article, because I've been doing a lot of reading about grieving and mourning, and this particular article caught my attention because of one word that was in the title of the article. And that word is a practice to grieve. So you'll know what word caught my attention, right? Practice. Because I'm all about the practice, because practice does what? Practice makes progress. So a practice to grieve. And they talk about practicing the 3 C's, which is choose, connect, and communicate. So grieving, like life, is non-linear, right? It's non-linear. Even when we think about the 5 stages of grieving, that was, oh, I can't think of the researcher's name, Elizabeth something Ross. You'll know who I'm talking about, the 5 stages of grieving: denial and bargaining and anger, and that's not even linear. That's not linear. You could be in denial one moment and then acceptance the next, and then back to anger, you know? So it's a non-linear process, and that's okay, because it's important that we allow it to happen as it happens, that we allow it to flow the way that it flows. And in that, thank you, Melissa. I knew another Melissa. There, my Melissa's in the house. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. Thank you, love. Yes. Thank you, Bonnie. Yes, yes. My congregation of joy, they be on it, knowing things. Yes, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. And so, mm, so that's what I want to talk about today. I want to share, give you a little sip of a practice to grieve by practicing the 3 C's: choose, connect, and communicate. So, this is what the article spoke to. And again, it's from Kettering Health Behavior Medical Center. So, if you want to look it up, you can do so, because I'm just going to give you a little bit to chew on today. So, choose. Choose what is best for you. Choose what is best for you. They said grief often brings the sense of loss of control. Make choices that support you and where you are in your process. And I can so relate to that, because I do have a sense of loss of control, in the sense of losing control of my day, because there's so much to do. And what I can't control about that is how I am being with myself as I do these things, because I can control that, right? I can control how I respond, how I'm being in the moment, no matter what it is, right? No matter a loss of a family member, loss of a job, a loss of a relationship, whatever the loss is, we can control, we can honor. I like that word better. We can honor ourselves by honoring where we are in the process, right? So we have control over that. So that's choose. Then connect. So this really spoke to me as well, because August at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I'm the spiritual director, senior minister, August, our theme is connection. And so what they share is that we are wired for connection, and we know that we are. Brene Brown talks a lot about how we are wired for connection. And so each of us, I spoke about this on Sunday in my talk, that each of us are a conductor, right? And so paying attention to what we are conducting is important. And one of the conductors that we are of is love. We are a conductor of love. Just like metal is can be a conductor of electricity, we are a conductor of love. So we get to connect love and joy to ourselves and with others by sharing that love and joy because we are the conduit for that. We are the connectors for those expressions of high vibration energies, high bright vibration qualities. So we are wired for that. So, what are you? What am I connecting myself to as I go through the grieving process? And I am blessed that I have a village, that I have a congregation, that I have a community that supports me, that loves me, that prays for me, that lifts me up, that calls and checks on me, that texts me, all of the things. I have that. And I don't take that for granted. And I know that it is a blessing. And so that's what I get to connect with. And that's who I get to connect to. One of my good friends, Julian, called me yesterday just to check in, just to see how I was doing. And, we chatted for a little bit and had some laughter. And, it was just good. Even if it's just 5 minutes, it's good to make those connections. And especially with Julian, my girlfriend, because she recently lost her parents within 2 years, I would say. She lost both her mother and her father. So she knows, right? She's just not talking about it or expressing it or being with me from a place of not knowing. She too is connected to grief. And so she can relate and I can relate with her about this universe of grieving and what it is for her and what it is for me is not the same, but the feeling of love, the connection that we shared with our loved ones is Mm, it's good, that we could share that is a good thing. So that is connect. And in that connection, the last thing I'll say about that is the article talks about how there's a temptation to isolate ourselves when we are grieving, right? And who I know that as well because I feel a pull to isolate. I feel a pull to stay in the bed with the covers over my head and doing nothing. A great pull for that. Sometimes stronger than other days, but I'm aware of it. And so I honor that I feel that way and I see what's underneath that feeling of wanting to isolate. And for me it's sadness. You know, it's sadness and something that I know just from practice is once I get myself moving, I'm able to shift and work with those emotions in a more productive way. So that's me, but that temptation to isolate, I get it, you know, and I understand it. And for me, I practice honoring it, recognizing it for what it is, and moving, doing something, doing my spiritual practice, going for a walk, connecting with someone, right? To pull me out of that feeling tone of just wanting to give up, right? I don't want to do anything. I just want to give up. And the other part of that is like I just want it to be over, right? I just want it to be over. So those are things that I get to work with. And if anyone can relate to this, let me know. The other blessing that I have is I have a household full of people who love me, who I enjoy being with, and that's my husband and my girls. And so, they check in and see how I'm doing, you know. And there's nothing more precious than that for me. So, the third is communicate, right? And I know it could feel a little counterintuitive to communicate with others, when you're going through the grieving process because again, for me, that pull to isolate includes not wanting to talk to anybody, right? Just wanting to be quiet with myself, quiet with my thoughts, quiet with my feelings. Sometimes I just don't want to communicate. And I've learned, or I am learning through this whole process, that one of the most difficult questions to answer that people ask, and I know I've asked as well when someone has experienced a loss, is how can I help? What can I do? Is there anything that you need? Those are really hard questions to answer because I don't know. What can you do? I really don't know what you can do. I really don't. So beyond checking in, sending a text, like the things that need to get done aren't things that many people can do. And I'm talking about the mundane things that need to get done. And it's a long list, can't get done by most folks, right? It has to get done by me or a family member. And that's just the way it is, right? So, are there some other things that could get done? Possibly. But right now, I'm like in the thick of the really important private things that I have to hold close. And, um, yeah, you know, so, is there anything I can do? That question, I'm like, pray, send me love and light. Like, those are powerful things to do, right? But I know that people want to do something more concrete, more tangible. And right now, I just don't know what those things are. So I have a deeper appreciation when I've asked people that question, and they look at me like, I don't know. I don't know, right? So, like my Shay Love from Colorado, she did a lovely thing for me and my family. She ordered food. She's all the way in Colorado, y'all, and she ordered a full meal for my family. So the a day or two, we didn't have to concern ourselves about what we're gonna eat, who gonna cook, and all of those things. So that was very sweet and very thoughtful, and that was something that she could do, right? Right? Yeah. And it hearkened me back to, um, the days where that's where neighbors would do. There would be a passing in the family, and neighbors would come and they would bring, um, I guess, tuna casseroles in some families, and other families, it'll be some chicken and mac and cheese and collard greens and, candy yams and cornbread. You know how we do. And I think that's a lost art. I think that is a lost art. That's another way that we get to communicate by how we care for each other when we're going through a loss. The fact that Fee King and Sekou writes, check in with me every single day without fail. They might send me a text, they might send me a voice message. And I just so appreciate that. I appreciate the calls from Shay. I appreciate Ron calling me and checking on me the other day. And I'm just, shouting out a couple of people. This is not everyone because thank God my village is large. My village is large and I am blessed in that way. But I just wanted to share some examples. My community at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living hold me in prayer every single day. And another way that love and joy is communicated. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So practice the 3 C's: connect, choose, connect, communicate. Choose, connect, communicate. Choose yourself, connect with yourself, and communicate with yourself. Is also important when you're going through the grieving process. So don't stop doing your spiritual practice. Don't stop meditating. Don't stop doing the things that feed your spirit, that energizes you, that gets you going. Don't stop those things because we have a tendency of doing that. When things happen, the first thing that we stop doing are the things that are our self care, the things that are our spiritual practices. We stop doing those things, the most important things that we need to do. And I'm talking to myself in the mirror, right? Continue to do those things that connect you, communicate to you and your higher self, the universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Continue to choose, connect, and communicate in those areas as well. So, I think that wraps up our Grieve series. I hope that it was beneficial to someone or that it could be a benefit to someone that you know who may be going through a loss right now. So thank you all so very, very much. I so appreciate each and every one of you who are with me live, who watch the replay. It doesn't matter to me. I just love you. I just love you. And I just love feeling your love and joy and care. I really do. Thank you all so very much. So let me check in and then we'll get into some joy news. Okay. So Shay is sharing in her experience there's really not a lot people can do to help with the actual grief. I've been alone much of the time with mine and sometimes I describe it as inconsolable. I have to process it with God. Yes, yes, Shay. And Linda sending waves of love and sweet comfort. Thank you, Linda. And Shay, that's exactly my thought process when I sent the food. Old school. Thank you, Shay. Yeah, it was that old school move and it was wonderful. Thank you. And Donna Marie, that was so kind and considerate. Community has changed over the year. It is a lost art. Yes. But we know, so we get to do it, right? We could start up that again, you know? Yes, yes. Bonnie, two of my friends planted a tree in my mother's honor, one in Manhattan and the other in Israel. I found that so overwhelming. Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you, Donna. I'm glad your spirit is being fed. Thank you, Melissa. It's so wonderful to have you with us today. Blessings to you as well. All right, everyone. I'm going to get into some quick joy news and then I will say toodles. So, some joy news that I wanted to share, and I've been meaning to share this all week, and it kept slipping my mind. So, let me say it first. Next week, I will be taking the week off. Taking the week off next week. Next week on Tuesday is my aunt's homegoing service. We're having her service on Tuesday. And on Friday, we're taking our girls on a college tour. So that would have just left live shows on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I said, you know what, Melissa, just take the week. Because I may have taken the week anyway, because that's usually the week that we go to Martha's Vineyard. So with everything going on, we won't be going this year. So I'm going to take the week and just recalibrate and just do stuff that needs to get done, and you'll know why. You'll know why, right? So yes, I'm gonna take next week off. I will return on September 3rd. There will be replays next week, so I ain't gonna leave you high and dry. You're gonna get your dose of Red Melissa so you can have your sip of me every day. Next week, I'll be sharing a replay next week. All right? All right. This Sunday is our last Sunday with our August theme, which I shared is connection. Excuse me. Connection. That was our graphic. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, you can see that. Our graphic for August theme, Connection gives purpose and meaning to our lives, and it certainly does. It certainly does. So I'm grateful this Sunday to have my seminary sister, Rev Deb Hammond, is going to be our guest speaker. You can join us virtually. We're in virtual service this Sunday at Rockley. Go to rocklandcsl.org and you will find all the information about our Sunday service. We have service at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Zoom and streams on our Facebook page, Center for Spiritual Living, Rockland County. So please join us if you can. Also on Sunday, I do the other sip, which I call Sunday in Praise, and that is also at 10:30. I will be sharing an inspirational talk that I've given in the past. So you can also check that out on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and on YouTube and streaming on New Thought Media Network. Save the date. The next meditation with the full moon is going to be on September 17th. So I just want to throw that out now. We had a wonderful meditation with the full moon earlier in the week. It was awesome. So save the date by putting on your calendars now, September 17th, for our next meditation with the full moon. And it is another super moon. So I love that super moon energy. Please support my ministry of joy by following me on Facebook. If you have Facebook, please follow me on Facebook. Go to I am revmelissa and just click follow. My goal is to have 1,000 followers September, by Labor Day, September 2nd. So please spread the joy news and ask your friends to also follow me at I am revmelissa. I appreciate that. And please support people in my congregation of joy who are doing wonderful things in the world. Check out rhythmandsoulradio.com. That is a 24-hour radio station that plays mainly independent artist music and other creative programming, one of which is Morning Sip with Rev Melissa at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. You could check out a replay of Morning Sip at rhythmandsoulradio.com. Always on 24/7. Check it out. Also support Sekou Wrights. His show is Get Rich 101, Monday through Fridays at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You will learn something about money, about investing, about putting yourself in a more positive position in relationship with the currency that money is. So check out Sekou. He does a wonderful job. I have learned so much. I have moved so far in my relationship with money. And I am so grateful for Sekou for that. Also, check out the Feed King Show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Feed King is your go-to local fitness girl, and she will get you right physically and financially also. So check out Feed King. And Feed King and I do a thing that we call Workout and a Word. In September, we will be coming back in the morning instead of the afternoon. Come with your workout gear on for a 20-minute workout with Fee and a 5-minute inspirational word with me. So I love that collaboration. And lastly, Shay Bird at Rocky Mountain Holistic Health. She is celebrating her 30th anniversary of her creation of Rocky Mountain Holistic Health. She is a holistic health practitioner, and she will support you in getting to the root cause of whatever is ailing you physically and emotionally. So check out all of those folks. They're doing amazing things on the planet, and everything that they do is to support you. All right. All right. All right, everybody. I'm a little over, but good day, everybody. Thank you, Fatima. Yes, it's wonderful programming. Thank you all. Have a wonderful today. Be good and kind and gentle with yourself. Honor your process, whatever that might be. Practice, practice, practice makes progress. So we're living life in joy, peace and blessings, peace and justice. Health is wealth. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.